So this week in the 19th class, we were practicing holding in our partner guides for 20 minutes or more and having someone else ask questions. So in this episode, you'll hear Michele London from wheatonchaff.com trance channeling her insectoid mantis partner guide, whose name is Chow. A couple of things about that. Yes, Chow, the insectoid mantis, is from the light. What is trance channeling? If you're new to my podcast, trance channeling is not the kind of channeling where you're repeating the message you're hearing or getting in some way with your clairs, but it is actually letting the being step into your body and speak through your body, your mouth, your throat to speak and bring healing through. And that is what we practice in very high levels in this course. So this is the 19th class out of 22 live 2-hour classes. So we're almost done there. And these students are very high mastery level at this point. We've gone through so much training, and the program doesn't end there. It goes longer than that. There's much more that comes after that. But for trance channeling, you have to have a lot of protection, you have to have a lot of knowledge, and you have to really know what you're doing so that you can do it safely. But you can be assured that this is a very safe and beautiful channel of Chow. In this class, we had the students ask each other questions. So you'll hear Michele deep into trance, and she is channeling Chow, and you'll hear Leslie asking her the questions. She's another mastery channeling student. Leslie Hurd is a licensed professional counselor, advanced light language practitioner, psychic Reiki healing master teacher, and advanced trance channel medium. She's also working on her mastery in this class, as these are all part of the training of my class. And you'll hear Michele, who is channeling Chow, and she's a Reiki master teacher, an advanced light language practitioner, and an advanced trance channel working on her mastery as well. And so I took this straight from class number 19, and I hope that you really enjoy it. Just a few things. What is a partner guide? A partner guide is the being whom you have the relationship with that you are bringing through their channels consistently. So if you know of trance channels who only channel one being, that being is their partner guide. So Chow is Michele's partner guide. I'd like to point out that in trance channeling, there's often lots of pauses. As you're trance channeling this being, they're using the words of your brain. So you'll even hear a little bit of a Long Island like mannerism or accent sometimes. And that's because Chow is using Michele's brain to speak through using her words. And when you're trance channeling, you can kind of feel that. It's really interesting. And there's also a lot of pauses. That's really natural. In a podcast, I always edit out the pauses of my trance channeling and my students just because it's easier to put the sentences together and really get the message. But I just wanted you to know that if you are practicing trance channeling and you have a lot of pauses and you hear a channel like this where there's not a lot and you're wondering what the difference is, it's just that we edited them out. So it's totally natural if you have pauses in your trance channeling. So enjoy this beautiful trance channel of Chow with Michele and Leslie asking the questions, and stay tuned to the end. If you have questions for Chow, I'm going to tell you how you can ask them.
Okay.
All right. So let's
Okay, Leslie.
ask Michele. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of all the questions. I think this is the harder part.
Oh, we'll send you questions.
Just thinking, okay, I'll open the chat and let's look.
Yes, we are very excited for this portion. We have been waiting for this opportunity to interact with you in this way. So we are equipped to give responses to your questions to the best of our ability. And we wish you to ask your first question at this time.
Hi, Chow. Can you tell me more about what you look like?
We love this question because it is indeed one of the reasons why we have agreed to connect in this way, the channel and myself, for it is important for you all to become comfortable with different forms of star races and star beings so that you will not be afraid for when the time comes when the connection will happen in your 3D reality. We are a mantis being classified as insectoid, and there are many different forms of mantis beings. and many different forms of insectoids with varying degrees of frequencies, dimensions, and also densities. We are of the higher realm, and we at this time are part of a larger collective. But there was a time when we were individual and physical. And when we were in that lifetime, we were approximately 9 feet tall, picturing us as a large grasshopper with tan skin, with a typical exoskeleton, and with a rather clunky, noisy way of walking. You basically could hear us come around the corner before you would see us.